This is the pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
And we'll be doing an NFL preview for Week 3. Man, Atlanta Falcons will be a really good game. Atlanta Falcons and the Saints will be a really good game. And that's the first game we're talking about. It's a divisional game. It's a really important one. I think the Falcons are favored by 2. Let me check right quick. Yeah, 2 points. Atlanta's favored by 2.5.
I agree with that.
I have Atlanta winning this game. I have the Saints winning this game. My bad. And the reason why I had the Saints win this game, the keys for the Saints is, let's see how much Alvin Kamara can be in the passing game. They can get the ball to him a lot. I want to see how they test the linebackers since Deion Jones and Neal's hurt.
Yeah.
They're both out for the whole season, unfortunately, due to injury. So. I think the Atlanta Falcons defense is going to struggle against guarding Kamara.
Yeah.
I don't think they really have anyone corner-wise that can really guard Thomas either. He's a really good player. He's been balling out this season so far. So I have a lot of confidence in the Saints actually. So those are my keys. Get Mr. Thomas the ball as much as you can. Test his secondary.
Yeah.
And get Kamara the ball. See if he can. Do as much as he can. And my key player for this game for the Saints is actually on defense, which is Lattimore.
Yeah.
He's got to bounce back. He's been kind of struggling a little bit this season so far. I've been a little disappointed in him. I think he is a really good player.
He is.
But so I want to see how he does against Julio. He did really good last year, so if he can ball out again, I definitely see the Saints win this game. And for the keys for Atlanta, they need to see how much Tevin Coleman can make a difference because Freeman is hurt.
Yeah.
I want to see how Matty Ice bounces back. He's been good and bad in this season so far.
Yeah.
I want to see if Julio Jones can make a big impact in this one. He kind of struggled against Lattimore last year.
Mm-hmm.
And my key player for this game for the Atlanta Falcons is Tevin Coleman. I think he's going to be a starter for some team next year that can't retain both of these running backs. They're going to be spending way too much money on both of them. So Tevin Coleman's going to be a really good player for a team that's probably not going to be Atlanta Falcons.
Right.
So yeah, I got the Saints winning this game, but I think it's been close.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be really close too. These are both teams that are evenly matched in my opinion. Pretty close, pretty even on offense, and pretty close to pretty even on defense as far as talent and just how good they can be. I actually got the Falcons in this one though, bouncing back.
Mm-hmm.
They did win the game, but yeah, they did win that game. But it was really weird how they ended the game. They almost lost it actually.
Yeah.
If the Panthers receiver would just hang on, I think they would have tied that game and possibly would have lost that game because they would have probably lost a whole lot of confidence. And I think they bounced back on defense. I think they're going to get some turnovers on Breeze. I really like their defensive line. I think they got a pretty solid defensive line.
They do.
And I think they comprehend and understand that they got to get to Kamara. I think that's going to be their goal. I think my key player for the Saints is going to be their wide receiver Thomas. I think he's, like he said, he's looking like one of those elite receivers. And you give Breeze elite receiver, he's going to play well.
Mm-hmm.
And he has so far.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really tough match. He's really good at route running. I wouldn't say he's the fastest. He's not very fast, but he's tall and he can go get the ball, and he's a really good route runner.
Yeah.
Keys for the Saints to win this game, man. They got to protect Breeze, keep him from getting sacked and pressured. That's that man right there, future Hall of Famer, of course. So got to keep him upright and keep the pocket clean. Key player for the Falcons for me is going to be Calvin Ridley, their rookie, man. He's been looking nice, and he's honestly looking like their second weapon right now. Mohamed Sanu was their second weapon last year. He's kind of taking the third wheel right now. And yeah, man, I think that's the thing. I think Lattimore is probably most likely going to be covering Julio and possibly double team him because that man's a monster. he can easily be the player of the game. But I'm actually going with Ridley, man. I think he's going to take the brood of all the single mans and just going to take over. I think Julio's going to be taking a lot of the good coverage from Lattimore and possibly, like I said, even double. So I think he's going to have a lot of catches. I think he at least gets a touchdown, but I think he's going to have a lot of catches. I think he's going to have upwards of 6 to 8 and be the leading receiver that night. And my keys for the Falcons for them to get to victory is play solid defense and get to Breeze. Because Breeze, man, he could easily throw 300 to 400 yards, 3 touchdowns on you if you're not playing well on defense. He can really reel you in and snag you. So you got to be able to cause some turnovers and at least get pressure on him. I agree with the line. I think it's going to be a really close game, and I think the Falcons win on a last-minute field goal.
Alrighty, well, that's all I got to say about this game.
Yeah, that'll cover for me. Please like, subscribe. Of course, we would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, so hit us up in the comment sections down below, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for watching the pick.